What's up, guys? Joe McCall. How you doing? Welcome to day 2 of my 5 days to 5 offers. Yesterday, I talked about how to pick the right markets, okay? And today I'm going to be talking about how to find the right buyers. And there's a real simple reason for this. You ready? It's always easier to sell buyers what they want rather than what you have. Okay. So imagine you're walking down. So now that you know kind of the market that you're going to be in, and we looked yesterday, we found 4 different counties in Oklahoma that I like: Wagner, Rogers, Marshall, and Creek County. Now we're going to go see who are the active buyers that are buying a lot of land in there and what are they buying. Now, we're not going to contact them yet. I don't want you contacting these buyers until you actually have a deal. And then when you have a deal, you know who to contact. And we're also going to look at who are the realtors that are actively representing these buyers as well. Does that make sense? Okay, so I have a mind map for you. Are you ready? All right, here we go. This is day 2. Again, yesterday, if you didn't see yesterday's video, go to my YouTube channel or my Facebook profile. And we talked about picking a market. I talked about some of the websites and tools that I like to use. Today, we're going to be talking about finding the buyers. One of my favorite tools when you have the counties that you want to focus on. And again, remember yesterday we looked at LandWatch, and we found LandWatch, the most popular counties on LandWatch. And then we looked at Redfin and Zillow to see how many have sold there. Then we also went to Priced.com, and I don't have that up here. I thought I did. We went to Priced. And we did some research and we found 4 different counties. Well, the funny thing was, as I was doing this later on, those 4 counties that we found from Priced, if you go and you look at Redfin, for example, Wagner County, Oklahoma, had 58 sold properties. But Wagner County over here on LandWatch was maybe number 10 or number 12 on the list. But it has the most of all the properties we looked at yesterday. It has more vacant lots sold. So my point is this: when you're doing research, whether it's LandWatch or Priced or Redfin or whatever, and you're trying to pick a good market, make a list of like 10 different counties. Don't just try to think that you can only do deals in one county. So make a list of the top counties, because you're going to find different results when you're looking at LandWatch, when you're looking at Priced, etc. Make sense? All right. So I did some digging a little bit, and through the counties I found from Priced, watch that last video on my YouTube channel or something like that. Wagner County is one of the hottest counties in Oklahoma for most recent vacant lots that have sold. And you can see maybe why. It's right next to Tulsa. It's a great market. And you look at some of these properties that are in here, and there are very beautiful properties. Maybe it's on the path of growth. This is where maybe the subdivisions are growing out into this area, but it's a great market. And so who are the buyers that are buying properties here in Wagner County? One of my favorite tools that I like to use is PropStreamJoe.com. PropStream Joe, if you go there, you can get a 7-day free trial. If you use my link, you actually get to download more downloads than you would if you just got it on your own. So go to PropStreamJoe.com. So if we just type in here Wagner County, it takes us right there. I'm going to go here to filter, and I'm going to do quick list choice. Oh, you can't see my screen. Sorry. Boom. There you go. Back to, we go to PropStream, type in Wagner County up here, and then we're going to go to filter, and we're going to go to quick list choices. And you can't see the drop down, but it drops down to a list, and I'm going to choose vacant land. Then I'm going to do owner occupieds, no. That just means the address of the property is different than the address of the owner, which all vacant land should be that way, but still sometimes it doesn't change or changes. Now we're going to do last sale date. Let's go back 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to choose September 1. And you can see right here there's 197 vacant land transactions in the last 6 months from absentee owners. I'm going to do a few more things because I want to see who are the most active buyers that are buying the most deals here. And so ownership info, I might go to right here and I might say number of properties owned, minimum 5. Oh, look at that. Now I have 121. 121 properties sold in the last 6 months to somebody who already owns more than 5 properties. Could that possibly be an active land investor? Yeah. I want to find out more about that. Now, you could also go in and say, all right, show me just the corporates, the LLCs. Now, you shouldn't exclude individuals because there's a lot of people that buy a lot of land in their own name. So, sometimes I look at that, sometimes I don't. If my list is really, really big, then I might just say, only give me the corporate guys. But let's look at individuals and corporates. The next thing you could do is, let's say you're in Florida, for example, and there's a lot of investors out in Florida that are outside of the state. And sometimes those are the best buyers. So I like to look at maybe, all right, who are the buyers that are out of state, maybe, and out of county, out of state, out of county. And if you wanted to, now you got 41 there. So just play around with that a little bit. I don't care if they live in the county or not. I want to know who are the land buyers that don't live on the land, that own at least 5 or more and have bought something more than over 6 months ago. Now you got 121, and you can start clicking through these. And you can see this one, Roy and Charlotte Smith Trust. They bought this property 6 months ago. And if you click on linked properties, they own 8 other properties here. And you can scroll down, and you can see kind of what they own. Some single families, agriculture, unimproved, whatever, okay? Let's look at another one, because there was one I saw here that they owned a ton of properties. DMP Custom Homes. I wonder if they're in the market to buy more vacant land. They own 6 properties here, okay? Let's look at one more. I'm just Admire Homes out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Linked properties, 13. They own 13 properties, a lot of vacant land. So here's the point. Who are these people and where are they buying properties? And can you contact them when you have a deal? The answer is yes. Right here, there's the address of Admire Homes. Admire Homes, right? You can go to MLS details even right here, and you can scroll down sometimes and find the agent's contact information, the realtor contact information of the property that they last purchased. And so when it comes to later, actually, when it comes to advertising the properties, when we get a deal under contract, this is where we'll start contacting these people. And one of my favorite things to do is skip trace them and find out, try to find their number. Just Google Admire Homes, Google this address. Try to see if you can find maybe there's a website called Open Corporates, and you can see, a little bit more about this company. Maybe they have a website, maybe they have a phone number. You can get this information, okay? One of the things I did is I took this entire list and I added it to a list, and let's just call this list Wagner. All right. And you can then export this list into a spreadsheet. And I'll just show you real quick how to do that. If you go here to My Properties, and then you search for Wagner, all right, you can see the list here. Now, this is the one I did before. And from here, you can get all this information about these people here. Now, from here, you can select all of them, and you can export them. And I did that recently, and I exported it into a Google Sheet here. And I know this is really small. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the spreadsheet. But what I was looking at is just scrolling down over here. I want to know who were the most active buyers that bought the most properties, and what zip code were most of those properties purchased in. So this column right here is the zip code of the properties. All right. Google Sheets has this really cool thing on data here where you can click, again, we're looking at the property zip codes. What zip code in Wagner County were most of these properties purchased? And if you go to data right here and you go to column stats. Now I highlighted, or I clicked one of the cells in column E. I know it's real small. I'll try to zoom in some more. And I went to data, and then I went down to column stats. And guess what you see here? Let me zoom back out a little bit. It tells you the most popular zip codes: 74014, 74467, 74458, 74429. So if you wanted to, if you're pulling a list, instead of mailing to the entire county, what if you just mailed to the top 4 or 5 zip codes? All right. I'm writing this down, 74014. What's going on there? Let's take a look at that. 74014 is a hot zip code. And there it is up there. And there have been 18 properties that have sold there in the last 3 months in that one zip code. So if you have a limited budget, instead of, I call it spray and pray, the entire county, what if you just focused on this zip code and then focused on 74467 zip code? 74467. And just focused on these areas because that's where most of the buyers are buying. The other thing you can do now, which is really cool, is who are the realtors that are selling deals here, right? So if I go back to this previous zip code, 74014, I'm going to sort by most recently sold. Guess what? You can start clicking on these and doing some intel. You see what price per acre, $13,000, this price per acre on this property here. Guess what you see here? You see the listing agent and the buyer's agent. Now you'll have to Google them, Paula Stevenson, Coldwell Banker. And there's the first result that just came up, and there's her cell phone number right there. So when you do get a property under contract, do you think maybe it might be a good idea to call Paula Stevenson? Yeah, because she's actively selling these deals here, right? She represented the seller and the buyer on this deal. Let's look at the next one here. It's a vacant lot, $62,000 in a residential area, $51,000 price per acre. And here you have the listing agent and the buyer's agent. Well, Brooke Mathis. Let's search, see who that is. And you can get some information about her company. Maybe here's her Facebook profile. And in here, you can oftentimes, boom, get phone numbers and emails. Okay. This is an active realtor who is selling a lot of land. Now, realtors are our friends. Okay. I sometimes get mystified and I don't understand why there's this kind of hostility between real estate investors and real estate agents. Well, you need to be using agents. You need to be using agents to find deals and to sell your deals. And you want to start networking with these agents because when you get a deal under contract, this is going to be a realtor that you call. Now, we'll talk more about this on day 4 or day 5 when we talk about selling properties, because I'll tell you what to tell this realtor. I'll actually give you a script of what to say. All right, so you understand, you just kind of play around with this to see the most popular zip codes and then see what's going on in those zip codes, see who the buyers are, who the realtors are that are working these things. There is also something here, it's a little more advanced Excel thing where I did what's called a pivot table. Now, I'm not going to go deep into this, but just Google or go to YouTube and do a search for pivot table. And what I did is did a pivot table to see, all right, who are the most active buyers? And here, the buyer, Patrick and Janelle Boyd, at this address bought 60 properties in the last 6 months. This guy at this address bought 13. So who is that? Sometimes you don't get the name, but you just get the mailing address. All right, so I can copy that, go here to the other tab, do a find. Here, let me do I'm just doing some spreadsheet stuff here. And I'm just going to say, show me all of these. Okay. So whoever this is, and for some reason in the county records or PropStream doesn't give you the address. It gives you the city, state, zip, the APN numbers. And it's the company is called Fire Station Services. And this is their mailing address. But they're buying vacant land, and you can scroll over and you can see they're buying a bunch of these little tiny lots. And you can scroll over and see what they're paying for them. They're paying about $7,500. So they must have bought a bunch of lots all at once in one little area. Maybe they were building a fire department, fire station. I don't know what's going on here. But with these pivot tables, again, just go to YouTube, do a search for pivot table. And what I did here is if you double click on, I don't even know how to even open up that pivot table again. This will just show you, if you scroll all the way down, who the buyers are. And so this guy bought 60, this guy bought 13, this guy bought 12. And even, see, they have 2 different addresses for some reason. They actually bought 66 properties. Whoever's at this address bought 3. You could even get deeper into the spreadsheet and find out, okay, what's the average or median price per acre for what these people bought all that stuff you can just kind of do in spreadsheets. The other thing I want to show you here is important. If you go to homes.com and we're looking at that zip codes, well, let's just look at the whole county. Wagoner County, Oklahoma. There's 456 properties here. I'm going to go to all filters. I'm looking at solds. I'm going to scroll down. Sold land. So there's been 186 sold. Now, I don't know for how long that's been, but the filters doesn't give us a way to filter that out. So we're just looking at solds, and you can then sort by recent sales. And guess what? Again, here you can see who the realtors are that sold all this property and kind of what it was. And it tells you the average price per acre right here. So this, we looked at this one before. This one is 1.02 acres. It sold just less than a week ago for $66,000 an acre. And if you open one of these, guess what you find? Boom. The realtor's contact information right here. Do you see that? I'll zoom in so you can see it. The listing agent's phone number and email, and the buyer's agent's phone number and email. So again, when you get a property under contract, now you know who to call. Let's look at another one. This one is 20 acres, sold for $12,400 an acre. Buyer's agent Kim Kennan. There's a phone number and an email. So we're not going to call these realtors yet. But you're going to be calling them when you do have a deal under contract, because you're going to call them and you're going to, like, for this example, let's say you got a property real close to this one. You're going to call this agent and you're going to say, hey, Tasha, I see you just represented somebody who bought a property in Porter, Oklahoma, and they bought this property for $12,887 an acre. I don't know if you'd be interested, but I have a property I'm selling for $10,000 an acre. And I'll be willing to pay you 8% commissions if you bring me a buyer. Would your buyer be at all interested in this? Call the listing agent and the buyer's agent. Super powerful. All right, don't send any marketing to them. The goal is to see where they're buying properties, like the zip codes, what they're buying. Is it quarter acres? Let me show you something else here that's pretty cool, actually. I just thought of this. If we go to Wagoner County, Oklahoma again, looking at solds, land only. If I scroll down all the way to the bottom, guess what you're going to find from Redfin? All the way. Boom, right there, download. You can actually download all of those solds into a little spreadsheet, and you can play around with it. So let me show you kind of what that looks like. I'm going to open that up in Google Drive here. File, upload. There you go. Come on, you can do this. Open with Google Sheets. Okay, this is a great, simple way to do some research right from Redfin. Pull the filters, go all the way to the bottom, click download. Now, it only downloads up to 350 records at a time. But if you click here, I'm going to delete this column here. Let me just, boom. You know, this is all bold. And then I'm going to freeze one row here. And then let me just make this all left justified. Okay, so what we have here are all of these solds. There's 58 of them in here. If I scroll over here, we can see that zip code. Remember, we go to data, column stats, most popular zip code, 74014, 74467, 74429. You can scroll. Now we also have the price. I'm going to highlight that column, turn it into dollars, turn it into currency, right? And guess what else you can do here? If you go to data, you scroll down to column stats, you can get the, scroll down. Here we go. The average, $106,000. The median price was $68,750. You could also do some things like, if I scroll over some more, here's the lot size, okay? I'm going to add a new column, and we're going to call this acres. So the lot size right now is in square feet. So to make it into acres, we're going to do equals that divided by 43,560. So there are 43,560 square feet in an acre, right? Okay, so now I have the acres here. I'm going to add a new column, and let's do price per acre. All right, equals, scroll over to the price divided by the acres, and then do the autofill. Boom, look at that. Now I know as well the price per acre of all that these properties were buying at. So I can highlight that column. I go to data, I go to column stats. And now if I scroll down, you can see the average price per acre is $69,000. The median price per acre is $31,000. So I like sometimes the median better because it removes the outliers. The average, there's probably some that are really high there, some that are really low. The median is right there in the average. Okay. And then if you wanted to, just go to help here, do a search for pivot tables, and then you can start doing some things and say, all right, well, show me, the average price per acre by zip code. You can say, show me the average size of the property by zip code. But anyway, just some stuff you can do with, just some simple spreadsheet stuff with Redfin. Is that helpful at all to you? Okay, real quick, I wanted to talk about something I've got coming up. Now, by the way, tomorrow I'll be talking about finding the seller. So we're actually going to go into these 4 counties we looked at before: Wagner County, Rogers County, Marshall County, Creek County. I'm going to show you how to download a list. I like to use FreedomSoft for my direct mail. I'm going to show you how to do a quick direct mail campaign, how to do a quick skip tracing and do some cold calling. And we'll just go through that really fast, but it's going to be awesome. You're going to love it, I promise. And then we're going to look at the next day how to make offers, the next day how to sell the deal. So this is a little 5-day video series about this. Now, I want to let you know right now I have opened up what I'm calling the Jumpstart Coaching and Accountability Program. This is not for everybody, but if this sounds of any interest to you, right now the doors are open. Now, you may be watching this video a month, 2-3 months later. It might still be open, or I might have closed it, might have reopened it yet. So if you want some information about this, the link is in the description, or you can just go to joemccall.com/go and see if it's actually open or not yet. But I'm looking for a small group of people, just 20. And this is kind of my goal. I want to get you to go from confusion, overwhelmed, not sure where to start, afraid to make a bad offer, worried about getting stuck in a bad deal, getting easily distracted by shiny object syndrome, worried about how steps 4 and 8 work, so you're not doing steps 1 and 2, and you don't have the money to close on your deals, to some real clarity by having a simple marketing plan to know with 100% confidence that you will make only good offers that I will fund for you. So you're going to use my money. I'm going to be part of this is accountability, forcing you to report on your numbers every week. So you focus on what's most important, the highest revenue generating activities. So you can have some confidence because even though you don't know all of the steps yet and how all these deals are going to work, you've got a coach, me, in your corner who will answer all your questions and will fund your deals. Now, guess what? If I won't fund your deals, they are not a good deal. You need to pass on them. So you're kind of using me as a filter. I'll filter your deals, and I'm going to give you all the money you need to close on your deals. Now, why is this important? Having the money to close your deals is even more important than ever now because you can close in 30 days and you don't have to worry about all of the issues going on now with selling a property that you don't own yet. The licensing issues, wholesaling without a license and stuff like that. The real estate commissions in many, many states are really cracking down on this, and it's becoming just a hassle. It's way easier if you can just close on the deal, right? Then turn around and sell it after you own it. So you get to use my money and we will partner on the deals. Depending on who's doing what, it'll either be a 50-50 split or a 70-30 split. You get 70, I get 30. Now, you don't have to partner with me on your deals, but I wanted to create a simple accountability coaching program to help you focus on making offers. And I'm going to get to this in a minute. If you follow the marketing plan for the 3 months and you do not get a deal under contract in 3 months, doing the marketing plan that we're going to set up with you, we're going to get all your money back. Okay. So back to what's included here. I'm only taking 20 people. I'm going to be doing a 1-day live workshop in St. Louis. And if you can't make it live in person, then you can watch on Zoom. But I'm going to be doing this every 2 or 3 months. I'm going to be doing a bunch of marketing in advance. And I'm going to be having get a bunch of leads ready for you guys there. So we're just going to spend the whole day making offers on the leads that have come in. So then we'll help you focus on your bottlenecks, anything that's blocking you and hindering you. We're going to focus on scaling, looking into new markets. Instead of just learning how to do a deal, we're going to learn how to build a business that does deals. And then after, if you want, if we have enough golfers, we'll go golfing or go watch a Cardinals game. So I'm looking forward to these workshops. Basically, what we're going to be doing is looking at a bunch of leads, and we're going to be making a ton of offers, giving you some real confidence in what we're doing here. Okay, back to this. This is a 12-week fast start accountability program. It's 3 months. You're going to have a scorecard you report on every week. 100% deal funding and deal partnering. I'll fund 100% of your deals so you can close in 30 days. If you want me to do the work, all the work of selling it, we can do that. We'll split the profits 50-50. Or if you want to do the work and I coach you through it, we'll do a 70-30 split, okay? 2 times a week, we're doing check-in coaching calls, Mondays and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. Central for about 30 minutes. Hey, what's going on in your business? How many sellers did you talk to? How many offers did you make? Do you have any deals you're looking at you need some help with? Everybody will just be, not everybody gets on those, but I'm available Monday and Thursday mornings just to check in and see how things are going. When you get a deal under contract and you want me to review it, we'll hop on Zoom, we'll get on the phone, we'll talk about it. So I'll personally review all your deals. I have a new small private group community with just the 20 of us for this 3 months where we can network, mastermind, bounce ideas off each other, encourage each other, etc. And you can ask me questions anytime on Voxer. Voxer is a smartphone messaging app. And on Voxer, you can shoot me a message, a question. And if you can't wait till the Monday or Thursday morning calls, I answer my Voxers once a day, every day. And you can even at 2 a.m., you can Voxer me and it won't wake me up, but I will get to you. All right. So how much does this cost? My land course right now is, I sell it for $49.97 on my website, $4,997. You can get 12 months of Inner Circle. I sell that for $97 a month. But, oh, wait. No. Sorry. You get my land course. I do sell my land course, but as part of this program, you get my land course, which teaches you, and you get 12 months of Inner Circle for $97 a month. Or I was trying to compare the pricing and all that. Can you believe, though, that what I'm selling you here on this thing is cheaper than this? But you're going to get my entire land course, and you're going to get 12 months of my Inner Circle, which includes data, software, coaching, and a bunch of stuff. This isn't for everyone. You've got to be a massive action taker. You got to be willing to make offers. You can't need extreme hand-holding and everything explained in excruciating detail. You've got to be willing to go through the first 4 modules of my course, which I'll give to you. You need to be fun to work with, bottom line. Not a Debbie Downer, negative Nelly, or yeah butter. If you're a yeah butter, I'll answer your questions. I'll help you, but I'm not looking for anybody who's going to be making a bunch of excuses. So what's the investment? Fine already. $3,000. $3,000 or 3 payments of $1,000. And when you complete the marketing plan, you get your money back. Just make 10 offers a week if you don't get a property under contract. I'll refund you the $3,000. That's how confident I am in this. Okay. So what do you get again for $3,000? You get it's just 20 people, small group. We're going to do a live 1-day workshop in St. Louis. If you can't make it live, you can join on Zoom. We're going to just be making a ton of offers. I'm going to give you leads. And if one of the offers that you make get under contract, we'll fund the deal for you. 12-week accountability, focusing on what's most important. 100% deal funding, deal partnering. Twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, we're getting together at 8 a.m. for a short 30-minute check-in call. I'll personally review all your deals. We have a private Facebook group. You can ask me questions anytime on Voxer. Voxer's like a smartphone walkie-talkie. You get my course and you get 12 months of the Inner Circle. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. I love doing this because I just feel like this is a great way to do deals with more people, to help more people. So go to join. Coaching right now, $20,000, $25,000, sometimes $5,000 for some group coaching. I wanted something that was more easily accessible to more people. Okay. So just go to joemccall.com/go, joemccall.com/go. And when you go there, you'll see this page. There's a video of me talking more about it. All this information is right here. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. joemccall.com/go. Now as I'm doing this video live, it will be closed probably by the end of the week. But if you're watching this video later, I might have reopened it by then, or a few people might have dropped out. So there might still be openings for this. So just go to joemccall.com/go. And when you go there, if there is still a spot open, if it doesn't say closed, it's open. Okay. I appreciate you all. We'll see you. Take care. Bye-bye.